Hi, my name is Ashton and welcome back to Ashton's EDC. In today's video, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the Altoids EDC kit or the survival kits. I've done a video on that before, using these Altoid tins. And I've just done a couple of revisions of some of those kits and some of my previous kits, just kind of working on a few ideas. So yeah, I'm just gonna sort of show you some of the things I've been working on, some of the changes that I've made and different modifications, and some of the newer kits that I'm trying to put in place. So we'll just get right to it. I'll turn the camera down towards my desk and we'll take a look. Alright, so here we are taking a look at some of the different kits that I've worked on. So obviously the Altoids tin, pretty popular for the survival kit and the EDC kit. This one is empty right now, actually. But I'll show you some of the other ones that I've been working on. So previously I did have like more of an urban EDC in this tin. But I've been sort of changing some things around. The other tin you may have seen is this one, which I was using as my first aid, sort of first aid / hygiene kit. And I've also done another video on like my mini individual first aid kits. But what I did is I kind of combined these two into one first aid kit, partly because I wanted to use this pouch for something else. It's just such a nice pouch for EDC, and I just wanted to use it for some other things and some other kind of projects. And so what I did was I found this. This is a little waterproof container. It's a little hard plastic container with this waterproof kind of seal and this latch. And so I basically just transferred everything from this sort of first aid hygiene Altoids tin and from this first aid kit into this little container. So I'll sort of go over what I've got. I attached this on here just for sort of, to clip it onto something if I wanted to, or just kind of to throw it on there. I put a little red cross on there just to identify that it's for first aid. So then how this works is there's this little latch on the side here that you flip up and off, and then this lifts up like that. So first thing I've got is I've got this little bliss sticks or chapstick just with some medical tape wrapped around it. Move some stuff out of the way here. So it's definitely not as organized as the other kit, but I'll try it out for now and see if it works for me. So then I've got this little pair of scissors. Little, just folds up, little pair of folding scissors. Then I've got this antibiotic cream. I've got two of these little compressed towels, so you just add a little bit of water and then they expand into a wet wipe basically. Then I've got some tweezers, nice pair of tweezers there. Some nail clippers, kind of obviously more for the hygiene side. A few different sizes of safety pins. And then definitely now getting into more so the first aids. So I've got some band-aids. I think there's 4 of this kind of medium size. And some more band-aids, 2 more. Another loose one. Then these look to be some of those kind of steri strips. So just some different types of wound closures. Got a few more of those steri strips here as well. Then I've got 2 pads of gauze. Some small gauze pads. And I've got couple of these, I believe they're like the knuckle bandages. Hopefully you can kind of see the shape there. So I've got 2 of those. Got one of these blister bandages. 3 of these insect bite relief wipes. I've got some moleskin strips. Some antiseptic alcohol pads. And then I've got one of these big, large bandages as well. So that's kind of what I have, put my first aid kit into this little container. Hopefully it works. Definitely not accessible, but I don't really have an issue with, if I need to access something, sort of just grabbing it from the top or even just dumping everything out. So I'll try it out for a little while and see how it works, and if it's a solution that I like better than the other pouch, or if not, then maybe I'll look at some of my other pouches and see. But for now, I'll leave it in this and see how that works. So I'll set this off to the side, and I'll get into some of the other kits. So then, in this kit, which is where I had some of these items before, I still have this sort of black cross on there I might remove. On the back, I have this. This is from Grim Workshop, one of their roundabout tools. So it's got some buttons there. I forget what this is called, but like a little sort of reamer or seam ripper, and then some needles. So this is sort of stuck onto the back of the tin, but then these sort of individual tools can be popped out. So what I've sort of turned this into is to go along with something I have shown on the channel before, and that's this. This is a little sort of repair kit that I put together. This is a little bit, sort of just for fun, so I thought that it would be cool to have something to complement this. So I have done a video on this, so feel free to check that out. I talk more about this in that video. But in here I've got some cordage, some wire, a few safety pins, a little screwdriver, and then a little craft blade. I'm not going to take everything out because it does take a little bit of work to put back in. But that's what I have in this little capsule. And then on the back here I have a little spool of that braided fishing line. And so I thought I would just make a little sort of toolkit to go along with this. So that's what I have in here now. So this is some reflective repair tape. So if you have a rip in your jacket or backpack or something like that, I have used this on one of my backpacks and it does work quite well. And it's reflective if you need that additional functionality. Then I've got some tweezers. These I used to have in the first aid kit, but I have that other set of tweezers in there. These are kind of very similar to the Uncle Bill's. Definitely, obviously, you can use these for first aid or anything like that, but what I find these kinds of tweezers useful for is for picking up small screws or something like that. You can really come to a really fine point there, so it's good for just manipulating small screws or little parts. Then I've got a little mini Bic Lighter, and to go with that I've got some hot glue sticks. This works really good. Using the lighter, you can heat up the end of the hot glue stick and then stick that on if you need to glue something together. I've got some safety pins, different sizes. And then I just put the Gerber dime. I'll go over this quickly. I'm sure you've seen videos on this before. It's a little plier-based tool with spring-loaded pliers. Has a obviously bottle opener there. There's a little pair of tweezers included on here as well. Right there. And then I'll go through the tools quickly. It's got a little pair of scissors there. And then it's It's got some screwdrivers. So a flathead screwdriver, and this is sort of a two-dimensional Phillips screwdriver. And on the other side, it's got a knife and this little package opener. So yeah, that's the Gerber dime. So that's kind of what I included in here, just as a little bit of a kit to complement this sort of repair kit that I made up before. And that just all fits in this little Altoids tin. Alright, another Altoids kit. This obviously isn't an Altoids tin. This is my kind of survival kit. Sort of the first one that I ever made to sort of start off the Altoids tin sort of theme. This one I bought kind of as a pre-made kit. It does show some sort of knots on there, which is kind of cool. But I don't know if there's anything in here that originally came. I've really replaced everything. So this is kind of a little bit of a survival, outdoor focused tin. Just have a few small things in here. I've got a mini Bic Lighter again. Threw this little super small signal mirror in here just because I thought it fit pretty perfectly. Got two of these little Tinder tabs to help make a fire, start a fire. I've got this from Exotech. This is their ferro rod. So if you unscrew it, you have the ferro rod there, and then you can unscrew this part to get the striker. Then you can sort of join these parts together to have a bit of a larger handle. And then you've got the ferro rod here, and it does make some really nice sparks. See if I can get it on camera. There we go. Not sure if you saw that one there, but sorry there, I bumped the camera. Then I got this whistle. I think this is a titanium whistle I got kind of as a freebie from Olight. Put this little Olight i3E AAA flashlight. This little mini glow stick. And then this is the Victorinox I can't remember the name of this one. I want to say the Manager, but I don't think that's right. This is a discontinued model. It is almost the exact same as the Classic SD, but the only difference is that it has this screwdriver, bottle opener, and wire stripper tool. Really nice little small Victorinox knife. Obviously has the tweezers and toothpick there as well. So that's what I'm using as my little outdoors survival kit. Put that together pretty quickly. Might make some changes to it as time goes on, and if I might, think of something else to add into it. But for now, I think it's pretty good. Definitely not something that you would want to be surviving out in the wild for any particular length of time, but still a nice little kit. And then I just use this Ranger brand to go around the outside because the lid doesn't close super well, so let's just make sure that it stays closed. So there's that one. And then the next one is I have in this pouch. This is a little pouch that I bought from Umomo. It's kind of like a neoprene type material. It's got a little belt strap. I think this is kind of meant for a digital camera or something like that, but it does fit an Altoids kit pretty good. So here I've got this tin. This is from Grim Workshops. Got another Ranger brand around the outside there as well. And so this is kind of what I'm using as an EDC kit. So it's a bit different. It doesn't have the hinge. The lid just comes off completely. And so I'm going to try carrying this for the next week or so and see how useful it is and if there's any changes that I might want to add. So first up, right on top, I've got this little mini Write in the Rain notebook. I think this is called the OTG, the On the Go. Just a super small little Write in the Rain notebook, and you can tear the pages out as well, which is kind of cool. Then I've got this super thin knife. This is called the Bare Edge. Just a lockback knife, but it is insanely thin. But also a pretty good size knife. I can get just about a 4-finger grip on there, which is pretty good. So there's that. That kind of as the main knife. Then I threw this in here as well. This is the Victorinox Classic SD. So you got the knife, you got the nail file, and the screwdriver. And then on the other side, you got the scissors and the tweezers and the toothpick. Then I threw this in here, mostly just for fun. This is a little mini grappling hook. I'll sort of put it together. So if you unscrew it, then the pieces come out of the middle. Screw that back on. And if I can do this fast enough on camera. So then you have a little mini grappling hook. I'll grab the other one, it fell down here, but I'll come back to that in a second. I also put this, another same Olight i3E flashlight. Put this little bottle of lotion. It's winter, it's getting quite cold outside, so I thought I would include that because the colder it gets, the drier my hands get. So here's the last piece for this grappling hook. So then you can attach a piece of string onto there and you have a little grappling hook. I guess I didn't include any string in here. That would be the only thing I would need to put to add in so that this would work, but there's a little grappling hook. Really though, that is just primarily just for fun. Then I've got a little tiny tube of chapstick. I've got this little Nite Ize DoohicKey. Nice little sort of screwdriver, scraper, and pry bar. Obviously I have the bottle opener and then these wrenches. But nice little tool for this, really just for the pry bar, scraper. You can sort of use the corner there for scoring or even cutting open tape on a box. Then I put this in here. Definitely got quite a few redundancies. I've got several multi-tools and knives, but just thought I would throw what I could fit in here and see how useful it is. So this is the Leatherman Squirt PS4. Very similar to the Gerber dime I showed earlier. So you got a pair of scissors there. Then you've got 2 screwdrivers, just like on the dime, like that. Then you've got the knife. And then the one difference compared to the dime is you have a file instead. So there's the Leatherman juice. Or excuse me, the Leatherman Squirt. Then I put this little peanut lighter in here. So yeah, it's just this little peanut lighter. You unscrew and then strike it here. There we go. I just refilled this, so it's got pretty big flame. Probably just has to burn off some of the fuel. But the one really nice, so kind of similar to a Zippo, but the really nice thing is it does have an O-ring here. So that when you put the cap back on, it seals it up. So you can leave this in your kit for quite a while without using it, and the fuel won't evaporate. So that is a pretty cool thing compared to a standard Zippo, in which after only a couple of days, the fuel does evaporate. But for this, it stays in there for quite a while. And then I've got this Right in the Rain Pokka pen to go along with that notebook. So I've got quite a lot of gear that I was able to fit in here. Obviously, I've got 2 multi-tools and, technically 3 knives, counting on all of these. Definitely a bit overkill, but really it's just for fun, just to see how much functionality I can pack into this little tin. And I will, like I said, I'll try carrying this for about a week or so, and just see how useful it is, and if I find use out of all of the different items in here or not, or if there's things that I wish I had. I'm just trying to get this all packed up again. But there you have it. So just a couple of different kits. I'm gonna carry this one in this pouch on my belt for the week, and just kind of see how I like it. I do still have 1 tin left that I can use for something. Kind of my idea is to have a different tin for different purposes. So then, depending on what I'm wanting to do that day, I can have them sort of lined up, and then just grab the tin that I want to carry on me for that day. So that's kind of the things that I've been working on, with this first aid kit and these sort of revamps and different configurations and versions of the Altoids kit. I'd love to hear what you think about these different kits, and I'll let you know what happens as the week goes on. So that's everything for today's video, taking a look at these different kits that I've been kind of fiddling with and tinkering with. I'd love to hear what you think down below. Do you carry a Altoids EDC kit or survival kit as part of your EDC or in your backpack or anything like that? Let me know if you do, what you carry in yours, and if you think there's anything that I'm missing that I need to add into my kit. Like I said, I'm going to try carrying this kit in this pouch for the rest of the week and see how that goes. I'll also kind of let you know if I decide to keep my little first aid kit in this little container instead of that pouch. Just kind of tinkering with some different ideas and different configurations of my EDC. But anyways, I'd love to hear what you think in the comments down below. If you liked the video, hit the like button. I would really appreciate it. And if you like the other videos that I'm making, hit the subscribe button as well. I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers, and I'm definitely getting there, and I really appreciate all of the comments and everyone that's watching and liking. It really means a lot. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and take care.